Anglers Extra.
Welcome back to the Anglers Extra pregame show. It's time for the Manager's Show, as always, with John Schiffner. Schiff, how are you?
I'm all right. Hot down here. Again, it's going to be a nice 75, no humidity. Just mix one in here or there. I'd be happy. Look at me. I'm soaked. I've done nothing.
The weather has been all over the place this summer. Do you remember it ever being like this?
Nah, not. We did have that one really cool day, which was kind of nice actually, but it was extra cool. So, you're right. It's been kind of all over the place. I don't remember it being this hot and humid this long. Usually you get those really nice Cape Cod days, nice little breezes off the water, 75, 78 degrees. Humidity's probably, the dew point's probably like 58, 59, not 72. So, but, I guess it might be global warming. I don't know.
Yeah, well, we have to find out. If even John Schiffner doesn't know the reason, then I guess no one does.
Yeah, I got all the answers. Trust me.
Well, getting to baseball now. Last night, a tough loss for you guys, losing 11-6. But you guys haven't lost consecutive games more than twice all season. Only two stretches, I should say, to clarify, where you guys have lost two or more games. What in particular about this team makes these guys have such good bounce-back ability?
Well, I think the character. They don't like to lose. They're on a mission. And they're going to play as hard, and they always play hard. If you play hard and you play the game of baseball the right way, as we do, you're going to win a lot of games. We really work hard at situational hitting. We really work hard at getting the runners in. We try to cut down our strikeouts. Our pitching staff, although not real good last night, unfortunately, has been relatively consistent the whole year. The bullpen's been great, and so it's that's what it really is. It's not a matter of okay, we lost two in a row, we got to win tonight. I think they go out and just play their game, and there's a good chance they've got a shot at winning the game because they do so many things right.
When you talk about their game, what is their game for this team?
Well, again, that's what we go back to. Situational hitting is huge. There's not a lot of egos. A lot of guys want to sit there and see if they hit the ball over to somebody's head, drive a rocket up the middle, do something, and instead of just, we like to say, take what the defense gives us. So if the infield is back, just roll over on a ground ball to second base or poke one through someplace. And the kids do that, or move the runner over. There's a guy on second. With one out or no outs, we want you to hit the ball to the right side. And some guys get a pitch up, they drive the ball into the outfield. It's a long fly ball, runner tags for second, goes to third. Next guy, now the defense has to react to what you're trying to do. So if they bring the infield in, we look to hit a fly ball. They leave the infield back, we look to hit a ground ball to second or short, RBI. And I've really told them, and it didn't tell them a lot, I think two of the most important stats in baseball are wins and RBIs. After that, the game's pretty easy. If you keep driving in runs, you're going to win a lot of games.
Now, last night was kind of weird in the sense that you guys got down big early, and it's probably the first time all year that has happened. Is it kind of weird for you as a coach? Usually as a manager, you kind of know how to deal with your team in every situation, but this was maybe the first time you had to deal with that situation this year.
Yeah, and they're ball players. There's anybody in the dugout who's never been behind 11 or what? I don't know, what was the worst? What it was 9-1.
9-1.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody can actually raise their head and say, I've never been behind 9-1, then good for them because they played on really good teams. They've been there. You play too many games. All these guys have played too many games to sit there and say, no, I've never done that. So they know what has to be done, and I give them a lot of credit. Some teams would have folded up, and it could have been 10, 12, 14-1, but we continued to battle back, and that's what we've done all year long.
You have Lukas Schiraldi going tonight for you guys, and he's a pretty good guy to have on the mound when you're looking to get the momentum back for your team. He's only had 5 walks in his last 28 innings on the mound. What's he been doing so well lately?
Well, he and Matt have really worked on really smoothing out his windup. He came here, his windup was a little herky-jerky, a lot of body parts flowing and flying in different directions. It's smoothing it out, making it just a lot more simple. And by making it simple, it slows things down a lot, and he's able to throw more strikes. I think they've done a lot with his leg kick. He used to have the high knee, now the knee is down a little bit lower, and he's able to get more balance because sometimes your knee's way up in the air. It's more difficult to balance yourself at the balance point just before you're ready to really explode off the mound. So if the knee's down a little bit, now you're kind of got your center of gravity down, and now you get a nice push, and you keep the ball down low where a lot of balls down in the zone look like they're strikes. You get a lot of swing and misses. When the balls are up, it's like, okay, we could walk a lot of guys, and I think that's something he and Matt worked on, and it's really worked out well.
Another guy who's been very good for you guys lately is Jimmy Pickens. Home runs in each of his last 2 games with the team. What has he been doing well since getting back into the lineup?
Well, his wrist feels better, which is a whole big, when you don't hurt when you swing the bat, it makes you feel a lot better. But Jimmy's really worked on, seeing pitches better. Looking, he's not trying to pull everything, and he's hit a couple balls really well to the opposite side. And he just has a nice feel at this point. And like a couple other guys in the team, the ball looks like a beach ball sometimes to him, and that's a great feeling as a hitter.
He's a very.
It happened to me once.
One time, you remember that one time as a beach ball? When was it?
Beach ball. It really was a beach ball.
It was a beach ball. Someone actually pitched you a beach ball.
And I hit it with a wiffle ball bat.
Was this in a Cape League game?
No.
Okay.
It was at Harding's Beach.
Okay. Well, sounds like a fun game nonetheless. Thanks again for your time, Schiff.
Okay, Brandon, thank you.
That's the Manager Show, sponsored by the Chatham Bakery with John Schiffner. Back to Keith Zubro with more of the Anglers Extra pregame show.